products.
You know what I read once? That cookies like Chips Ahoy cookies and Famous Amos cookies, which I love. I am addicted to Famous Amos cookies.
There's a lot of pork fat in those, by the way. You knew that.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's teasing you.
You know how I know he's wrong?
He's teasing you.
Because they're kosher.
Okay.
He's teasing Alton.
But that's how I know.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Because they're kosher.
Okay. All right.
But I heard that like Chips Ahoy cookies are they never even see an oven. That the way they make them
bake on the way to the store in the truck.
It's a chemical reaction that gives them their consistency.
No.
Urban legend?
I don't know.
No, urban legend. They pass on a belt. They pass through an oven on a belt. It's called a conveyor oven.
Is that right?
And yeah, it's like a belt, and they run through, and it's the same way like they bake enamel onto things.
And they're perfectly round.
I mean, I love them.
Yeah, it's not a chemical reaction. There is no such chemical reaction. No.
Well, they can solidify something. Sure,
yeah, there is, but you wouldn't be able to eat it. No, they go through an oven. It's just on a big belt.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like an oven. It looks like a tunnel.
Okay. Blake's been waiting. Hey, Blake, you're on with Alton?
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
My question is, do you have a recipe for teriyaki sauce?
No.
Oh, man. Can you recommend a good one?
No, I buy my teriyaki sauce. There's some things that I just don't need to make. It's like I don't make sushi. I go out for sushi. Same thing with teriyaki sauce. I buy it.
What brand do you use?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that.
Okay.
That would be an endorsement.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
and the check's late, so I'm not going to do that.
Sound like Barnes for a second, Alton.
No. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Right.
He wouldn't talk without the money. Debbie.
Good morning.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You?
Good, thanks. I'm wondering what kind of potatoes I should use to make potato salad, because sometimes I guess I overcook them and they get too mushy.
Sure.
What's the best choice?
You need to go with something small, red, and round.
Oh, okay.
You want to go with a low starch potato. It's the high starch content that makes those fall apart. You want a waxy potato, what a lot of people call a new potato. Go for red or anything that's labeled as a boiling potato, and you're good to go.
Super, thanks a lot.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to ask you a vegetarian question.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how to cook one.
No, that's not it. I became a vegetarian because I saw a videotape one time of a meat processing plant.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen one of those?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been through a meat processing plant?
Absolutely. I've been through a bunch of them.
What did you think about how they do that?
I think that there are a lot of plants that do a much better job than other plants. The big thing for me is I understand that something's going to die for me to eat it, and whether it's a stalk of celery or a cow.
The stalk of celery.
Well,
like
some people argue.
Brutal death for some of those celery stalks. I've seen some bad ones.
Yeah. Well, they scream when they. Anyway,
it's torture.
There are some places that do a really good job of it, that some of them aren't, and I think it's important to see it because it places value on that animal. I know people that pop down 3 McBurgers a day and don't ever think about that something died to give that to them. So I don't have the issue of I'm going to stop eating it. I have a lot of respect for it,
and I respect it. I am not one of these people who's how can you eat? Everybody does whatever they want to do.
Well, and I do buy from sources that I know treat the animals well and do the process correctly. There's a right way to do these things.
Don't let him tell you. He throws paint on my fur coat every day when I get here.
Because Barnes in the winter he wears the
flipping day.
Well, because he has that big pimp daddy coat.
Yeah, that's right.
He likes to
guy
bring
throws red paint on me every time I walk in the room.
Well, probably if it's a pimp coat, makes it look better.
Well, people explain what when I in the freezer. What is free range chicken and like organic milk? When I see that, what is that?
Well, those are one of those words. It really means something. The other one is something that marketing people like to use. The whole organic thing, that's a certification process, okay, at least in some states. And that's a controlled kind of protocol, and it actually means something. Free range is a real tricky word because some people will give a chicken 3 feet by 3 feet to walk around, or they'll open the barn door and say, "Go chicken, run,
You're
be free.
You're free.
Go free range."
You're free.
And then they get to say that it's free range. But the thing is that chickens don't want to go out. They don't want to walk around by themselves. The kind of chickens that are raised for the domestic market aren't that kind of animals. So, even if they have the room, they don't always use it. It's a really, really tricky word. The good thing about companies that do free range, what they do is they usually feed them a better type of feed, and that really does matter. What you feed the animals really does matter. So, organic is something that I put a good bit of stock in because places like, Vermont, where I've lived, where organic means a lot, California, certainly, where it means a lot. That's a real term. Free range is a little trickier.
All right, we've got time for one more question, then he's got to go. He's got to fly to New York. What were you going to say?
As I say, I met a guy once who was an executive of one of those chicken processing places that,
right.
They provide all the chickens for the various... How long would you guess a chicken's life is in one of those chicken processing plants? From birth to death.
Well, depending on the plan, it can be as short as 18 days.
18 days.
See, I got that right. Do I get a prize?
It was 18. I actually heard like 24, 25.
Well,
but still, that's amazing.
It is very, very, very short. Chickens grow to the broiler fryer stage in a matter of weeks.
Wow.
It's very, very fast.
Hey, Anna, you're the last one on with Mr. Food Network, Alton Brown. Go ahead. After that build-up, you got the phone.
I've been on hold for so long.
There you go.
Here you are.
Well, here I am.
Hi, Alton.
Hi.
Well, everybody loves the show. You are not on TV outside of Cobb County. She lives in Ackworth, and she can't get you.
Well, that means she needs to complain readily to her cable provider.
She has complained readily, but instead she comes to my East Cobb house and watches your show.
Good for her and darn good for you.
Thank you. Since it is your last question, I want you to tell us when your new show is coming out, because I know that you have an hour-long show that's been scheduled, but I haven't heard anything new about it in a long time.
Down and Out in Paradise will be coming on July 21st at 9 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
And if you enjoyed the movie Castaway, by golly, you get to see me play Tom Hanks.
Well, you have your shirt off and a beard? What?
Well, some of that, partial nudity, but only from the neck up.
Well, I just got married to a guy that doesn't cook at all.
And why did you do something like that?
Well, he's a great guy. He's an absolutely wonderful guy.
Yeah, I've heard that so many times in the past.
Buy your husband the cookbook. There you go.
Yeah,
Except for
I
one
suggest
problem.
I'm just here for the food for your
So make
husband.
sure that you advertise that cookbook, because every single
I will.
guy that I've gotten to watch your show loves it. Most women love it just on the first thing, but guys don't even think about it. Guys out there, watch his show. He's absolutely hilarious. And you're better than Emerald.
Oh, I'll let him know.
Well, bang on that.
Bam.
Oops, sorry.
Thanks,
Bam,
Anna.
Okay,
bang.
Have a
Whatever.
safe
Thanks,
drive.
Anna. She's a ball of fire. All right, go catch your flight, Alton.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.